everyone was wrong about Braun Blazer. And I knew it from the start that she's the best choice you can make. And in this video, I'm gonna show you why. So let's just get into it. When I first met Blazer, and even before that, like 3 weeks before I actually played the game, I had already seen a lot of reels, a lot of things about the game. I mean, not story-wise, but especially about Braun Blazer or Invisal. Why people choose that, why people choose this, and other stuff like this. And I said to myself, okay, a lot of people saying Invisal is very good and Braun Blazer is actually not. So I get into the game and I was like, okay, so what is it that a lot of people say that Braun Blazer is not good? Why is she not good? Why do people say things like that? Anyway, I get into the game, I played through the episode 1 and episode 2, and everything seems kinda right, and I thought, okay, she's very nice. I don't understand why people don't like her. We go through the episode 1, everything went cool. She offers the help, she offers the job, she offers everything. And in episode 2, there was a twist. And the end of the episode, before I met Phenomenon, I get out of the building with Braun Blazer, and I was like talking to her, and there's an option where you can choose to go dinner with her or not. And I choose that. I said, why not? Let's just get something to eat. And all of a sudden, I see Phenomenon coming in, and Braun Blazer actually saying, yo, this is my boyfriend, Phenomenon. Okay, so that's actually veneered to me. I thought, okay, what happened? I was like flirting with him, and I had like a lot of good and fun time with her, and now I realize she has a boyfriend. That's crazy. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with Braun Blazer. And I thought to myself, damn, everyone was right. I was a fool for not choosing Invisal. And I was fucking shocked. So I thought, okay, my only option from here is Invisal. No more Braun Blazer. I don't care about the Braun Blazer anymore. And comes episode 3 when Mandy actually gives you the news that she broke up with Phenomenon, and I explain it later in the video why she did that, but let's just go through how I experienced things. When I first played the episode, I thought, okay, she broke up with him. Maybe it was at the end of their relationship, maybe it was falling apart. I was making some shit up in my head, and I felt like, okay, maybe I should give her another chance, but I mean, I'm not sure. Let's wait to see how it turned out. So I played through the episode 3 and episode 4, and I get this scene where you choose Mandy or Invisal. So I'm here at this point. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. That was the moment when I saved the game. I mean, I saved the game like only once, and it was here. I saved the game because I wanted to see what happened if you go with Braun Blazer and what happened if you go with Invisal. So it just go with Braun Blazer. I get into the date, and she reveals herself that she's actually Mandy, and that was actually wonderful. I mean, that was one of the best things that I ever felt in a video game. I mean, in a long time. And I played a lot of video games. And after that, she seems very cool. She seems very fine, very charismatic. And she was not like a perfect thing, She has insecurities. And when someone tells you their insecurity and you have the same thing as her, the feeling is, I don't know how to describe it. But it's very special. And I think that was the only thing that I had before I even know that she's good. I was not sure before that, I thought, okay, maybe she's cool, maybe she's not. Yeah, I was on 50-50. But when I actually get into the date with her, that changed everything. I just felt that this is more right, This thing has a better feeling. And I actually played my whole game with Braun Blazer. I didn't even think about going back to choosing Invisal. It just felt right. Because in that moment, when you feel something like that, that's just not someone trying to manipulate you or things like that. And maybe I was a little emotional, but that was the best fucking choice that I made. So from now, let's just get to the reasons. I try to go through it fast. So let's get to the reasons. I first want to talk about some disclaimers and something that people say about Braun Blazer that is actually not true, and let's just get through them first and I get to the reason afterwards. Okay, one of the things that people say that actually pisses me off, that is Braun Blazer doesn't care about you and Invisal actually cares more about you, and I want to discuss that. Okay, yes, Invisal cares, I get that, but Braun Blazer actually does more. She gives us a job, lift us up, provide the tools we need to rebuild our mech, and she genuinely supports us when we are at our lowest. And let's be honest, she's fucking hot. She's blonde and brunette at the same time, and if you don't like, that's kind of weird. And she's very kind. People keep saying like she's evil, she doesn't actually care, she just wants a rebound, she cheated, but none of that is true. She didn't break up with Phenomenon because of us. She broke up with him because of the issues already shown in her comic. Problems she had long before we ever appeared. She wasn't cheating, she wasn't manipulating or anything like that. And here's why. Phenomenon likes Blonde Blazer, the superhero persona, not the Mandy, the real person. But Robert is different. Robert actually loves the real person Mandy is, not just the superhero she becomes. He doesn't fall for the powers or the costume, he falls for her. Whether she's blonde or Mandy, he cares about both sides of who she is. Now about the jealousy part that a lot of Invisal fans are talking about. Invisal get jealous when you dance with Blonde Blazer at the park. People say, see, Invisal cares more. But the Blonde Blazer doesn't get jealous, not because she doesn't care, but she's trying to stay professional, like she actually is. That's her personality. She respects your choices and not cross boundaries. That's maturity. Invisal reacts emotionally, and that doesn't automatically mean she cares more. And yeah, I mean, you can say Invisal took a bullet for us, absolutely, but Blonde Blazer did the same thing and honestly even more. She took the full blast of the Shroud machine, she stepped directly into the attack to protect us, and it doesn't stop there. When Shroud kidnapped us, Blonde Blazer went after him, risking her own life with no backup, no hesitation, no nothing. She came to the bar to rescue us and fight for us and save us afterward, and she was ready to die on that moment to save us. Where was Invisal in that moment? Nowhere. And another thing that nobody talks about, when our childhood best friend is in the hospital, Blonde Blazer is the one who stays by our side. Invisal, again, nowhere. So the idea that Blonde Blazer doesn't care or is evil make no fucking sense. She's the one who show up when it's matter, risking her life for us, supporting us emotionally, professionally, and respects our boundaries. And I'm not saying I hate Invisal, I like actually both characters. And in my first playthrough, I actually was like taking like 20 minutes to think about who should I choose as my date. But it's actually crazy how people think Invisal is a better option when Blonde Blazer is literally out here doing everything. Just to mention that I actually make this video for fun. I mean, that's a fun debate. I just make this video, it was fun. I mean, I like the game. I like both Invisal and Blonde Blazer, so I just thought I'd just make a video about it. Just to say my thoughts about these two and why I think other one is better than other. If you think that I'm in wrong or Invisal is better, just leave your reason in the comment. I actually want someone to say, okay, you know what, for this reason, Invisal is better. I mean, I have seen no one do that. And thanks for watching and have a good day.